Hello, Bear Gang. Welcome to episode 4 of Chilling with Bear. Once again, I'm doing a mukbang with the Boba Queen.
Not sponsored, but hello again. Hello. Thank you for having me back. What are we talking about this time?
Yeah, I think I should put a spoiler warning here. If you're of the squeamish variety or just hate gore, that just leave the video playing for the views, but go look at happy stuff of puppies and birds, and not this.
Long story short, if you have the faint of heart, just click away. Watch the other thing that we did, not this
Yeah,
one.
because we are talking about what's this fool's name? I am a professional, people. I'm a professional.
Yep.
We're talking about Takahiro Shiraishi, aka the Twitter killer. And while that sounds bad, somehow it's probably worse.
I mean, when you think of Twitter, the environment of it right now is not the greatest. It's like, how much worse can it get? We will see, I guess.
Yeah, so Mr. Shiraishi, he had an interesting life. He had an interesting life.
Interesting in?
He had a career in the red light district of Japan.
Wait, hold on. There's red light districts in different parts of the world. I thought this was just in Amsterdam. Okay, proceed.
So, oh boy. So he stalked Twitter and contacted, spoiler warning. Okay, if you're still here, 1, you're sick and I love it. 2, yeah.
You know why, Alberto? It's because they see our friendly faces. It's like, what could these two possibly say that'll make me turn away? They're gonna regret it now.
Yeah. So, yeah, he stalked Twitter and contacted suicidal people, asking them to come to his house so he could watch them do the deed. And he offered to either assist or watch.
Mm.
Yeah.
So many questions. I'm trying to formulate which to start with. I guess the most obvious why. Like if you're someone that unfortunately does think about that and goes into that dark place, I think the worst possible thing is that someone who asks you if you want help with that. Why would you? Oh my goodness, I can't form sentences because of how insane that sounds. Which, if you are in that place, please ask for help. Do not be afraid. Reach out, ask for help. But in this guy's mind, he needed a whole set of people just to. Oh my god. Okay, continue while I formulate my thoughts.
Yeah, so a friend of his indicated that he indulged in choking games with school friends. And while I'm all for choking,
Alberto?
just not this kind.
Alberto? This is for another podcast?
We have to give the people what they want.
If you guys don't like and subscribe, you won't hear that story from Alberto. So like and subscribe right now. hit that bell, and you may get that in an episode
Mm-hmm.
if you're curious. Okay.
And
Okay.
signs of his later victims indicated that they had been choked to death. As a way I do not want to go out.
Okay, my question is, he did this as a game in school.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what? You know how old? Or does it even say like when that started as a game for him?
It doesn't say, but I'm assuming it's like middle school or high school.
Okay. A little backstory about me. I had this game. Well, I called it a game. It probably wasn't because I got slightly in trouble and got detention for it. But when I was in the second grade, there would be these three boys that were older because I was in a split grade. They would tease me for, I guess, just anything that guys would make fun of little girls for. Like, you're too girly, you're too short. But it was mainly like, oh, you're not that fast. I'm like, oh, really? You want to try? So I would chase them down. That was my kind of like game, sort of ish, in elementary school / middle school. But joking, that's not a game. But what causes someone at a middle school age to play a game of choking? I don't understand. Unless there's something wrong with their mind, or I don't know. I
Well,
don't have an explanation for that.
I think we can all agree that clearly there's something wrong with this guy's mind.
Oh yeah. Yep. He's a wacko.
And before he moved to Zama, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. I'm going to
Just say
the
it
hell
as
out
best
of
as
it.
you can. If you're Japanese, we're sorry in advance.
I'm sorry. Do not attack me. Oh yeah, from Zama, Kanagawa, Japan.
Okay.
Before he moved there, oh, where was I?
Also, did we
Yeah.
mention that we're doing a mukbang?
Oh,
I'm busy eating. I'm like, wait, did we say anything? Pizza?
pizza.
I have poke. Because I was like,
Nice.
it's kind of like a sushi bowl, technically. There's raw fish, spicy mayo, bunch of other stuff, and healthy salad. 2021, be healthy. And then my boba. Okay, I got that through. Continue.
Yeah, before he moved to Zama, Shiraishi had worked. I'm going to butcher all of this. I'm sorry. I worked as a Kaori Scouto, basically a scout who lures women into brothels to work in the sex industry.
Hold up, this was his job.
Mm-hmm.
So he works in the red light district.
Mm-hmm.
And his job was to lure the clients, more specifically women.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of sick-minded? Oh my god. Okay. Where do you find this kind of job?
I don't know. I don't know, and I don't think I want to know.
Oh my god, I don't even know. Okay. I feel like this is mild, but continue.
Yeah, and that job took place in Kabukicho. I feel so white.
It's okay. I feel like I would say it the same way. I'm so sorry to any of your subscribers that are Japanese. We're trying our best.
Yes. That took place in Tokyo's biggest red light district. And at this stage, people had started warning locals about him, describing him as a creepy scout.
Mm-hmm.
Shiraishi then moved from Tokyo into an apartment in Zama in August of 2017.
Also, this was recent.
Mm-hmm.
2017 case. Okay, that's kind of scary because I was
And
so
that
recent.
and that was just his background. Now we get into the real stuff.
Okay, so this was mild, but first of all, let's backtrack. He played choking games in middle school. His job is as a person that lures in clients for his job in the red light district. What kind of mind, or okay, first of all, where and why would you accept that kind of job? I understand it's like there's a lot of different jobs, but why would you accept that job unless you really were sick in the head? Second of all, choking, red light district. There's a lot of vulnerable people and clients. I can only imagine this will get worse, but I don't know how much more worse it'll get. Oh boy. Okay. Do your worst, Birdo. What happens next?
And now onto the investigation and arrest portion. One of the missing women's brothers started an investigation on his own to find his sister. A woman assisted him by contacting Shiraishi, setting up a fake appointment. They both involved the police. The police then arrived at his apartment, asked where the missing woman was. Shiraishi indicated she was in the freezer.
She was in the freezer, alive or dead? How does one find people like this? And if you're the person on the receiving end, why would you respond to someone who is the haunting voice of when you're in a dark place? Which again, if that ever happens to you, please reach out, get professional help if you can't or don't feel comfortable speaking to friends or family. There is help. Please reach out. And things like this won't happen. But why? With that girl, I can't fully imagine what her mind space was, but why did she agree to meet with this guy, not knowing who he is, and then go and have him help her with what she wanted? Like, there had to have been an in between there where, like, something must have clicked and she changed her mind, but I guess in this case, that didn't happen.
Yeah. And before I get to the next part, his apartment was 13.5 meters. Not that big.
Yeah. I mean, I would think most Japanese apartments, they are pretty small, but that's fairly small. Is this important to the case?
Yeah, especially with this next part.
Okay, I'm
After
gonna wait
this,
for the fight. I should not be laughing, but go ahead.
after the police searched the freezer, they searched around his apartment, found 9 bodies in the house.
Just bodies.
All of which have been dismembered in 3 cooler boxes and 5 large storage boxes.
Ah!
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
See, it was a good thing that.
Wait 1 second. 9 bodies. Wait, 9 bodies, including the one that they found in the freezer of that girl? How, why, where, what other things do people say? Wait, where, how, why, what, when? But more specifically, why and how? Oh my god. Bad enough that there's 1, but that there's 9. And they're in oh my god. You didn't see pictures, did you? Or did they not release those?
I mean, I saw pictures of an officer walking out of his apartment holding bags, like big trash bags. And you've seen his, like, the picture of his face. Guys, trust me when I say he looks like the type. He looks like the type.
My brain still hurts just from seeing his face.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you think of, I guess in this case, serial killer, I'm gonna say he's a serial killer because he is. Most of them like can look normal. Others will have like that smug look to them. This guy is the combination of both. But the smile, that's a Joker smile.
Just think of any typical obsessed fan who stalks a K-pop idol. Mm-hmm. That's him.
I'm trying to think what character he reminds me of. Like his build, just from that picture, is kind of Slenderman-esque. But then it's like the smile. The creepy Joker-like smile.
Japanese
Wait, so
Joker.
how did they catch him?
Exactly? The neighbors cooperated, and the events by confirming that foul smells of rotting flesh have been coming from the house. Shiraishi had discarded elements of the people into his bin, which have been taken away in the recycled rubbish.
So people saw bodies and smelled them from the dumpster?
The dumpster and in his apartment.
Those must be some very strong and very large vents to smell. But like, okay, if something was going on and you're a next door neighbor and you hear noise, your first reaction would be to go investigate, right? Or like just go over and knock and see what's happening, at least. Did no one hear besides like the odd smells? Like just working in a kitchen and seeing like, let's say raw chicken or whatever, that already has a smell. But dead body smell. I don't want to know what that smells like. Ever. I really don't. Oh my gosh. So all of these victims he contacted through Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Were they all like young people? Were they all like one gender? How did he find these people?
The ages of the victims range from 15 to 27.
15.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my! What the fork is wrong with this dude? 15 is impressionable.
Mm-hmm.
Like 13, you're still a baby, but 15, you're impressionable. Like you can say things, but you can easily change your mind. But like, why would you? Okay, I understand expressing your emotions online. A lot of people do that. I've done that also.
Mm-hmm.
But if someone contacts you online and says that they can help you with whatever it is that you post online, first of all, if she's 15, where are the parents? Where are the parents, and why are they not checking their child's social media? Unless she was very good at hiding it. But also, like, if, oh my gosh. Like, I'm just thinking that 15-year-old, like, why? So young.
The last parts are when it gets like we've just been building up the roller coaster of bullshit, and now here's like the big drop.
Okay. I'm slowly gonna eat now because I'm just like,
yeah, same. I'm the host and I have to talk, but at the same time, I just want to eat to feel joy.
At this point, the food that we have in front of us is just to bring some positivity to this very dark story. Oh boy. Okay.
So he confessed.
Like he just straight up confessed that he did it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because a investigation by the police had confirmed that one of his victims had walked with him on the 23rd of October, and then poof, gone.
And they traced that person to him because of whatever thing they had online, like whatever interaction.
It was that, and just that she was seen walking with him. So all of that, and plus I'm pretty sure they found her remains at his place. So it's like you can't really escape that.
How old is this dude, might I ask?
He's in his early 30s.
Predator! I mean, okay, if his oldest was 27, not so much, but 15, and he's in his early 30s, Predator! Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and his wait till you hear his motive.
Okay. Will
so,
we take this bite as you say it?
So, viewers, do you think his motive was A, sex, 2, being turned on by a girl, 3, what's another dumb excuse?
I don't see any excuse for this.
Yeah, true. You don't.
Like, does he get turned on by dead bodies? Is he a necrophiliac?
Shiraishi claimed his motive was sex. He wanted to use his victims' vulnerable states to manipulate and sexually assault them, fulfilling his fantasies, and not having to worry about them denying his advances. And now I'm going to take a bite of pizza to make myself feel happy.
It's people like this where I'm like, why are they allowed to just roam freely? Like, okay, just on my way home, I usually have my AirPods on and I'm listening to music, but I have one in specifically because there be some crazy people when it's late at night. And being a female, that is a big red light of like, girl, watch the fuck behind your back. You don't trust no one. You don't talk to anybody. And if anything, pay attention to where you are. Oh my gosh. Just... Like, okay, I understand people have their kinks and whatever, but this guy is a straight up necrophiliac. He wanted to go for the most impressionable and vulnerable people, women specifically, and his youngest being a 15-year-old, just to satisfy his own fantasies?
Yeah, and there was only one male victim, which I don't think he did anything sexual to. I could be wrong.
None of these victims were related, right? I guess, except for that guy, maybe.
I don't think so.
These are just random people that it's like, hey, why don't you come over to my place? I can help you out. No, absolutely not. Block immediately and report.
On October 1st of this year, he pled guilty to the 9 murders. And recently, on the 15th of this month, an appeal that his defense attorney tried to get was denied, to try and get him off the death penalty waiting list.
He tried to appeal a death penalty. This son of a bitch! What the? How dare he try to appeal a death sentence? Like, for what he did. Like, oh.
There was one line that Shiraishi said in an interview that kind of shows how diluted and out of touch he is with reality. He said he wanted to meet a normal girl or woman so he can marry her while in prison and she can stay with him. Son, there is no normal in you. There has to be normal in you before you can get a normal woman.
What woman in their right mind would think that this dude is just some regular schmegular person that would want to marry him? And in all places, in prison, behind bars. Is he stupid or what? Oh my. He's not normal. And for him to expect to meet someone normal and fall in love with, I don't think so. Absolutely not. Why? Just why? Why are there people in this world that exist like this and do things and say stupid things like this? Oh. Like just those 9 victims that he had. Like, people post stuff online. They post things, and most of the time they don't mean it. I've had Twitter since I was 13 years old. If I look back, I was probably fangirling about some celebrity crush that I had. But like, come on. Come on, dude. I think the only reason why was he probably got on Twitter for his job to look for more clients, but like, dude, come on. How dare you appeal the charge against you? But also, how freaking dare you say you want to get married to a normal girl? He's not even normal. Everyone, well, for the most part, are normal people that do not do shit like this. Oh. And to be that dude's attorney as well? Like, all props to people that are criminal lawyers and everything. Like, if you're the person that is with the defendant, how much are they paying you for them to convince you that they don't deserve the death penalty for taking 9 lives and doing what to their bodies? Like, what? sick-minded thing got into this person's brain and led them to do what has happened.
I think I can answer the whole what sick-minded thing because there was part I actually forgot to say. Before he committed the murders, Shiraishi had told his father his life had no meaning.
Do you want to say I feel sorry for him, but I don't.
No.
I really don't.
If it was anybody else, I would feel sorry. But I think that's just karma going. You did all this, so now I'm gonna fuck you up.
Like, I feel like if anything, he probably had really strict parents when he was growing up, and they didn't let him do a lot of things that normal kids would do. But like, imagine to be the parent of someone, and you find out that they did these kind of things. It makes you like question, like who am I, and like who is this person that I raised to hopefully live a successful life, not to do the things that they did.
And this is why I'm a avid believer of not giving your kids smartphones.
Yes, there needs to be an age limit.
Like if if and when I have kids and they want and they say, "Dad, can I get like an an iPhone?" Sure, when you can pay for it.
Well, okay, how old were you when you first got a phone? Any kind of phone of your own?
The first phone I got was like an old BlackBerry.
Was it a BlackBerry Curve by chance?
I don't remember, but it was just like basic call kind of text. Like I had to work my way up the food chain of phones, and that's how I want my kids to be.
Yeah,
Because if they're anything like me, God help me, they're going to do some dumb shit.
as we all have done. Oh, yeah, like for me, I was 13 when I first got my phone. I don't remember what brand it was, but I had like a texting phone where I had like the full keyboard on it.
Mm.
And then from there, I graduated to like a Sony Ericsson phone that like it's lit up. And I was like, okay, that's cool. But that's when the iPhones are coming out. I'm like, I want an iPhone. So after that Sony Ericsson phone, I went to an iPhone 5, 7, and then what I have now, which is an iPhone XR. But it's like I had to earn that. And the only reason why my parents gave me a phone was because that following September, I was starting high school. And there would be times where I need to be picked up, or if I need to go to a friend's house for a school project or whatever. That's the only reason. But if your child is under the age where they are not entering junior high or high school, do not give them a phone. If you say, oh, but their friends have one, I don't want them, give them an iPad. iPad is safer because they cannot just bring it like that to school. If it's a phone, one, a phone is more portable. Two, they're more expensive and there's a plan behind them. And three, shoot, where is it going with this? Okay. Oh, they will do anything to try to be like their friends. Like, I'm sure you, Alberto, can agree with that, where like you had a phase where in your early teens, you wanted to be as cool as the people that were deemed as popular, the cool kids in your class, right?
I'm while I'm neither confirming nor denying that, I'm glad that that phase did not last long.
Hmm.
And
Here we go.
and to add on to that, if your kid is under the age of, let's say, 16, because I think that's a good starting point for, say, Twitter.
Or any
Since,
social media,
yeah, like,
like TikTok.
oh God.
I have a niece who is 10 years old. It's okay that she has a phone because she's not allowed to bring it to school, which parents, I would highly suggest that. Put restrictions on how much your kid can use it. And if they decide to take it to school, put a parental control on the phone. Protect your child because there are people
Please
and
God.
predators out there like this mofo who will try to manipulate your child. Like things like TikTok, Snapchat. I don't think Facebook is relevant to the young people now that are around like 10 years old. But like Instagram. Instagram for a child at that age. Like, I was lucky enough to even have Facebook. I thought I was the last person to get Facebook when I was 12. And that's still too young. The only thing my parents allowed me if I could get Facebook was that I couldn't put my full name. It was like a combination of like my nickname and half of my last name. And then I could only add family. And the first friend had to be my parents. Like if you're just in case, because then you can just hop on and see what your child is looking at. I got social media, Facebook specifically, to play Farmville. I got it to play a stupid computer game that you need a social media account for. But kids now, it's like if you look at someone that is, let's say, 10 years old, because they have the world of YouTube and they didn't have so much of an awkward phase like the rest of us, at 10 years old, they can do a full beat of makeup. Like, I'm wearing makeup now. It barely looks like I'm wearing anything, but this is the best I can do.
I've seen like girls who aren't even 10. They look like they're doing the makeup for a freaking K-pop star.
Oh my god.
And it's like, wow, you have some serious talent in this field. Wait. Like, don't give up. Wait.
Like, it's fine to be creative, but there's a certain level of restriction, I feel like, that need to be placed. Like, okay, if you look at family vloggers, no offense to them, the way that they want to run their channel or whatever is okay. But make sure you keep an eye out for how exposed your child is. Like I think Casey Neistat, popular vlogger, he sometimes shows his kids. But his youngest child, I believe he has a daughter, he doesn't show her anymore on videos because she's under the age and he doesn't want her to be overexposed. His teenage sons, it's okay. They can understand and they can consent. But to his younger child, of course, it's the parent and it's their like responsibility and like they're the ones that have to know due diligence. But I like his example compared to some people like, oh, I don't watch a lot of family vloggers, but there's some where they over exploit their kids. Right? Like you've seen those kind of family vloggers before. Like, oh, the child does something super cute. And then dresses them up in designer fashion and puts makeup on them. Kardashians. Hi.
There was this one YouTube family. They were not a goddamn family. Just the way they acted. Called Daddy of Five.
I'm sorry, that name just sounds pretty funny.
basically these two adoptive parents would use the kids that the dad adopted from the mom, from like the biological mom, and do pranks on them, basically messing with the kids so hard that even the boy would just be in the bathroom crying and screaming and saying, "Leave me alone." And the dad, who looks like Eminem's stepdad from Eight Mile, said it in the most dickbag way. It's just a prank, bro.
Imagine, I don't even know. Like, okay, to put a camera in front of a kid's face is one thing. If they entertain it and they like it, okay, it's fine. But to shove a camera in a child's face and they say, I don't like it, and you're their parent, you're supposed to set an example for them. And you see your child crying because you are bullying them at this point into doing whatever you think is funny will get you views and not being the parent. I'm sorry, you don't deserve to have that child. Like,
their channel has since been deleted. Thank God. The kids are back with their mom. Thank God.
let's just say, like, oh, is this a prank? Are you their friend or are you their father? Like, it's cool if you want to have a like budding relationship with your kids, but to say things that they would hear from their friends in the playground at school, grow up. Honestly, they need to grow up. And if they can't do that, put the camera down and do something else with your time instead of bullying your kids and putting that video of you humiliating them on the internet. Which is why I'm like, for parents that put all these restrictions or like times for like kids to use devices, I applaud them because they know the dangers of the internet. Not that most parents don't already do that, but for some, I think you may need to be a bit more aware, especially with your kids now that they're at home and they're staring at their computer screen all the time during the day. Because there's online school. What happens after? Put child protective measures or whatever it is on devices. Child locks, parental control, use them. Because one, you're using the device with them most of the time and you paid for it. If the child says, oh no, but it's mine, you gave it to me. I paid for it, sweetie. I can control how it is. Until you are old enough to know how to use this, mommy's gonna put a parental lock on it. So that when it says time's up, you go play like a normal child. Mm-hmm. Play with toys. I would say go play outside, but it's winter. But yeah, play with your toys.
Yeah, and what gets me is, since I'm trying to build a career in streaming, if that has blown up by the time I am okay to have kids, if they want to stream and like they're like passionate about it, I would say okay, but I'm going to be like right next to you, just off camera, to make sure that one, you're not like 10 and playing the new Grand Theft Auto, because I'm guilty of that. And two, that when the trolls come into chat, because there's always them trolls.
Like, education on that kind of stuff needs to happen more.
Yeah. Because I've seen streams where this kid will be playing like Minecraft with his friends. You know, just playing it in building. Then this one random troll who's probably also a kid his same age just comes in and just attacks this kid. I think what should happen is if that scenario plays out and a kid is streaming on Twitch or Facebook or wherever,
Mm.
their parents should be off camera right there monitoring the chat. So if a troll does come in, then the parent can either say, "Let me take over for a second,"
Mm-hmm.
or just hit block and say, "Okay, sweetie, you can play now."
And if your child asks why, explain to them. Because I feel like it's one thing to take it away from them and they start having these questions and you get mad at them for it. But use that as an opportunity to tell your child, like, okay, what that person did is not right and this is why. If you leave the child to just thinking that you hate them and you're taking away their game, they're not going to know what you're really doing and they will hate you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, tell them that, okay, there's certain things that happen on the internet that I want to protect you from, and this is in a simplified way what it is. Like, tell them the dangers that are out there so that they know and they can learn and be aware of it. They won't know entirely, but be a parent and protect your child, especially online, where it's not like if you go to school, someone bullies you and you tell the principal. And it's not that kind of easy. There's no principal on the internet. There
The,
really isn't.
the principal for the internet is, guess who? The parent.
Yes.
And
Yes. That's
and
true.
plus the whole thing about a kid is curiosity, because you being the parent, you know this stuff. You've been around this stuff for enough time.
Mhm.
Your kid, they see a troll calling them names and saying bad stuff about them. They're like, "Why is this person saying this? I'm just trying to play like Roblox."
Mhm.
Don't don't just take the stuff away and say and be pissed at your kid. Be 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 pissed about the a hole who's belittling your kid.
Exactly. Like the kid didn't really do anything wrong. They were ignorant to what was happening. Again, I feel like it's about parenting, which not all parents are like this. If you're an amazing parent, I applaud you so much. Please continue to do it. But for other people, even if you're the guardian or the older sibling, please watch out for these kids, especially now more than ever. They're at home, they're online, they're playing games like Fortnite. There are 50-year-olds playing Fortnite with your possible 8-year-old child. Will they know that they're that age? No, they think that it's someone their age playing. Unless they see someone streaming, then that's different because they're not playing the game. But if they're playing themselves, please, you don't have to play with them. Or if you want, ask them about how to play it. What is this? What is that? And if you see something, explain to them what's happening and what's going on that is wrong. Again, proper education at an early age will help in the long run. Oh my gosh. So back to the case, like a 15-year-old on Twitter, I understand. But the fact that her parents most likely didn't know that she was talking to this person and not knowing about where she was going that day when that happened to her, I I feel like saying sorry is not good enough. But it's like you didn't you kind of did, but also didn't fail your child.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. It's like you didn't fail them because they didn't know what was happening or what was going on, but they did fail their child by not telling them what to look out for and who you should not be talking to.
Oh yeah.
Like even at 15, yes, you're 15. You deserve more freedom. I was there. Alberta was there too. But at 15, you don't know half of what is out there in the world. You're just getting to know now. You are in high school. High school will make or break your life, honestly, with the people you surround yourself with, the experiences you go through, and what you do. So, to the parents of that child, I'm condolences for your loss, but also please to any other parents of anyone that has kids that are active on social media. It doesn't hurt to just ask them what's going on. And if they question you, because I know I've been there for sure, I'd be like, Mom, why do you need to know us, my friends? Unless you know them, or if you haven't seen their face, if you haven't seen the person face to face, then be very, very concerned for them. And to this mofo, I hope he rots in jail. Or actually, yeah, no, I hope he rots in jail. Wait, I don't know if this was part of your research for this, but do you know what the death penalty calls for in Japan?
Uh, I looked it up. I don't know if it's still current. Again, sorry if I'm wrong. This is just what I found. They said it was by hanging, which I didn't. Even if it's not, I feel like for him that's like perfect.
I mean, with what he did, that's a taste of his own medicine, right?
I mean, me personally, I would put him under the jail. Just dig up a big piece of concrete of the jail, throw his ass under it, then seal that back up.
Wait, so is he serving a life sentence right now, or is it just death penalty that he's waiting on?
He's still in prison, and the way the way the way I read that the death penalty in Japan works is they don't give you an exact date; they pick it.
So he's literally rotting in jail right now.
Mm-hmm. It's like I could I could be in there for like I'm 21 now. I could be in there until I'm 51, and then I wake up one day and they're like, "Guess what day it is? You son of a bitch."
It makes me think of that movie, Happy Death Day. My goodness. Wait, so what happened with his apartment? Do you know that part? Like what else they found? Like just I'm guessing the parts of the bodies of the 9 people, but was there like torture devices that they found, or
They didn't say.
okay. I guess because it's still fairly recent, they're uncovering more and releasing more to the public. But
Yeah,
imagine you're the police officer finding finding those bodies. I just got the chills because I'm like, I don't want to imagine that.
and there's this content creator that me and Anne Marie watch called Gina Darling.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the person that owns this merch that I'm wearing.
She was actually in Japan when the news broke. Like she was, I believe she said she was heading to the airport to leave.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, imagine being in Japan like that close and hearing the news break like, hey, this guy killed 9 people.
That's so unsettling to know.
As as much as I want to visit Japan just because of the culture, food, and the sights. Ooh, the sights. There's still a small part of me that's like, because of all the damn spirits they have there.
Oh, that is true.
I
But
still have.
Oh, it's okay. Continue.
I still have to do a episode where I just talk about my bad luck with spirits.
Oh, Birdo ghost story. Oh, if you guys don't already know, Alberto plays ghost hunter as a part-time hobby. Would you say hobby or what would you call this?
Curse.
I mean, I haven't heard any, but again, that's for another podcast. But yeah. Oh, Gina, darling, I'm so happy that you're safe. But girl, to hear that while you're in the country, much less the vicinity of where he possibly could have been roaming, girl, I'm so happy you're home and safe. Honestly. Oh, that's so.
I mean,
That's
knowing how Jenna acts, I don't know her, but knowing how her attitude is, if anything were to happen to her, do you know how fast she would haunt his ass?
Isn't you, but honestly, I don't know if I'll be able to see Twitter the same way. I mean, I follow most people that I know. It's like anyone can see your tweets.
Oh, then they would be seeing a lot of random bullshit from mine. They'll be seeing a lot of random bullshit.
I don't know who you're following, Berto.
I can go from tweeting out about the latest Mandalorian episode to going from that to, I want some coconuts. Like, I tweet the randomest stuff. Like just the other day, I typed Chattangan plus gochujang equals fire.
I mean, that's a bomb combo, though.
Yeah, but that was the whole tweet.
Again, it's a bomb combo. Oh.
So if any psychos follow me,
bye. I'm not here. Oh. Hopefully none do, but if so, my name is arigato gozaimasu. That's my name. No habla español.
I can hear the dislikes flooding in now.
If you survive through this, leave a comment what you think about this dude and if you feel our pain.
Mm-hmm.
Berto, how do you sleep with the research in your head, honestly?
You're talking to someone who watches horror films as a hobby, lived in 2 haunted apartments. So this is just life.
I think you need some kind of like crystal that wards off any bad energy. I think that's what you need. I'm not sure if it helps or if it's proven, but I mean, with your situation, I think anything will help. Yeah, to the dude that's there right now for this case, I hope you're out of jail. hopefully what's coming to you comes sooner, honestly. You horrible, sick-minded person.
May all the gods above, below, and in the fourth dimension, may all of them run trains on yo ass.
You know what they could do though? Okay, you know the movie Train to Busan? Just put him in front of that train. Or no, put him on. Okay, spoilers to whoever hasn't watched that movie yet, but put him in the demon cart.
Mm.
Put him in there.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, just leave him in there. That's fine. Just kick him behind.
Since he's in Japan, just find Kuchisaki Onna. Just sacrifice him to her. Just sacrifice.
Honestly, at this point, anything, because he. He's like
I was about to say something, but I don't. I think that might get this channel. I mean, not the channel, but the video. Nah, fuck it. I'll cross that bitch. But when I come to it, just toss it in a volcano and pray for rain.
Are you saying they should call Maui?
You know what? I think once this is done, I think I just might go and watch that movie.
I mean, you talked about a volcano. You said gods. Maui's a demigod.
I don't know how Maui would act if he showed up in Tokyo.
I mean, he can transform into a bird. He can become tiny. He can become. I don't know. What else does Maui do? Oh, wait. What's that one thing that we keep saying that's like an evil spirit? What's his name? Why am I not remembering? Cthulhu! May all the spirits and powers of Cthulhu come upon him because he is a demon. He's a demon in human flesh.
Oh. Honestly, I've never wanted Cthulhu to be real.
Now you do.
I just want him to rise up, just his hand. That's all he needs. No, just rise up one tentacle, grab his ass up, and slowly pull him into the depths.
Why slowly? Just rip him down. Rip him down all the way to the depths of the earth into the hot lava and let him burn in there. We have evil minds too. Oh my God.
I'm holding back.
Look. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh. But I'm just happy for the most part that nothing else happened. Like no cannibalism came to play, although we don't know. We don't know because there's more information that's probably gonna surface, but hopefully that was
knowing how messed up that fucko is, I would not be surprised.
Yeah, that is unsettling. No.
Well, to brighten up the mood before we end, and since we're talking about Maui, Moana is getting a TV show on Disney Plus.
Yes! Oh, that's awesome. Oh, speaking of Disney Plus, we have to watch Soul. Apparently, a lot of people are talking about it, and the reviews are good. So far, the storyline seems pretty interesting, but I've also been told to bring tissues.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know if I will be the one to cry about that. We'll see.
Well, that's going to be the end of this. I don't even know what term to call this.
What is this anymore? I don't know.
If you enjoyed this smorgasbord of bullshit that I call a podcast, then like, and if you want my best buddy to show more, to return more, let me know.
There will be more food to come. I barely touch my food because my mind and my stomach are like, I can't.
Yeah, same.
I can't digest this food with that thought.
I'm going to end this and then go cry while watching puppy videos.
No, just sing Maui's song. Hey, that's okay to say. You're welcome. Oh, Maui's awesome, and so is Moana.
Not gonna lie, I might have to cut that out because they're getting so fucking strict on copyright on YouTube. One YouTube channel did they sang Tom Cruise in the. Oh, this is going to be cut out, by the way. So,
No.
a YouTube channel hummed Tom Cruise in the tone of the Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Not doing anything, just saying Tom Cruise in the same tone. Their video got blocked and it got a copyright strike.
How would they pick that up? Honestly, you're humming. It's not the actual track. You're humming with your voice.
Yeah, so they tried to oh god, they tried to battle it, and YouTube's like, okay, yeah, we'll get to it. Basically, all the earnings that they would have made off of that one video is going to the multiple labels that strike their video.
Oh.
Welcome to YouTube, but most importantly, welcome to 2020.
It's okay, just 2 more days.
Wow,
2 more days. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god, 2 more days.
in 2021, I'm either expecting Godzilla, Aliens.
Not zombie apocalypse. I think that's already partially happening.
Hell,
they're all awake and they're not infected or bitten.
At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if an actual Star Wars situation just showed up.
Darth Vader, please do not come for me. If you want to come for Alberto, I would be okay with that because he wants to play with.
So would I. So would I. So would I. Vader can choke me out all day.
And back to the choking.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to end this. Thanks for watching, and I'm not responsible for any nightmares that may occur.